Manchester United nil, Arsenal 1. Welcome back to Sportsnut Nathan. First of all, let's get this out of the way. Like, share, and subscribe. Drop a comment after you watch the video. Don't forget to hit your bell notifications and all that good stuff. I am very happy with how Manchester United play. I'm going to get straight to it. I thought we were aggressive. I thought we created chances. We just couldn't get it over the line. I thought we tried to move the ball well as much as possible. I'm sure a lot of people did not expect having that performance against Arsenal, but yet we did. And that just shows that with a preseason and some new players and an injection of some new blood into the team, it can do wonders. Arsenal defended extremely well, which is unsurprising, quite honestly, if you've been watching the last couple of seasons. They defended really well and we could not get through. They scored a set piece goal. Yes, I'll be upfront. I think it is a foul. I think he was holding the goalkeeper as well as for holding onto Mount's shirt, William Saliba, that is. But that's not the biggest takeaway of this match. The biggest takeaway of this match is that we were progressing the ball, we were creating chances, we were trying to be as quick as possible to release the ball. It was great. It was great to watch. This is a great opening day for us. I know we lost. I don't want to lose, especially to Arsenal. But if you take everything into account, it was a great performance. Highlighted by the fact of our two new players, Mbeumo and Cunha, who I thought Mbeumo was the best player in the first half, and I thought Cunha was the best player in the second half. There were some magical moments there, in little bit of individual brilliance, light touches, running around players, nutmegs. There was a lot of opportunities created. I think we had two or three times the amount of attempts on goal than Arsenal, which I don't think anyone would have predicted at the beginning of the game. I thought the defense was solid. There was nothing wrong with that. People were wondering why Shaw started. I didn't think Shaw was that bad. I thought Dallo was all right. I thought he was developing a good connection there with Mbeumo. They just need to work it out a little bit better. Crosses were flying in, cutbacks were flying in. I thought the first half was really, really, really good. I'm sure Arsenal fans would agree that they couldn't wait for the first half to get over. I thought Dogu did well. He hit the post. I think Cunha forced a couple of saves. He had a couple of one-on-ones, and Buemo had a couple of one-on-ones, or last man kind of situations. And I thought overall the game was okay. Casemiro looked slow, but he got into the game, with the passes from deep. But he definitely did look slow. That I don't think you can deny that. People are blaming Altay Bayindir, saying we need a new keeper. We still need a new keeper, but I honestly thought he was fouled for that goal. And it is what it is. It wasn't given. We have to just move on with it. But apart from that, I thought he was good. I thought he was more brave. I thought he was hitting long balls more accurately. I thought he was actually all right. All things considered, we paid much less for him than we did for Andre Onana. You have to take that into account as well. And as the second half came on, then Cunha started asserting himself. Incredible speed, incredible trickery, incredible movement. I thought we were significantly more offensive than norm. I thought honestly we were going to be setting up defensively, but it wasn't the case. I will say one thing though. A negative for me was substitutions. When the substitutions came on, we actually got worse. You think we would push on forward based on the substitutes we made, but we did not. We got Sheshko and the crosses dried up. We got Ugarte and the fouls piled up and the silly mistakes and the shooting from distance happened. You know what? Bruno didn't take a shot on target. Bruno didn't take a shot at all. I thought was he a best player in the game today? No, of course not. But he also was keeping the ball tidy. He was passing, he was finding Dogu, finding Mbeumo. Even if it was a long ball, he found them. He was trying to release players. But I think he made the 90% of his passes or crosses or whatever you like. I thought he was quite okay. I didn't think he was as bad. He will not work in a double pivot midfield no matter what we do. It's just not going to work out that way. But he didn't have a terrible game, in my opinion. I thought overall we just played better and we were really unlucky to not get a result. At the beginning of the game, I predicted 1-1. We probably should have won that game based on just opportunities and chances. And Mbeumo had a header, I think, in the second half. Great save by David Raya. I mean, it all popped off, but Arsenal defended absolutely well. And it was to be expected. They have one of the best defense in the league. They are one of the best teams in the league. So it was always going to be a tough game. But I don't think people expected us to play that well. I just don't think they did, even if you are a United fan. So there is so many positives. We will have to figure out man management a lot better, because I thought Ahmad came and he was actually worse than Dallo. And people are saying that Dallo should have been benched and Diallo should have started. Diallo made selfish passes, got in the way of Mbeumo. He didn't cross much, and which is shocking because he actually can cross the ball. So the crosses dried up when people thought the crosses were actually going to be better. At least the quality was going to be better with Diallo coming in. It didn't. It didn't. It wasn't the case. So we still have to work those kinks out. Obviously, it's the first game of the season. There's plenty more to go. But overall, I am very happy with the team. I'm very happy with the performance. If we play like this for the rest of the season, we will finish top 8, top 7, top 6. Sky is the limit. If we can pull off that kind of performance against other teams that aren't Arsenal, we are going to do significantly better. I will just like to end this video by simply saying my man of the match was. There's a couple of contenders. I'll just give them all a shout out just to be fair. I thought Deligt made some last minute tackles to save the game, from making it worse. I thought mbeumo was fantastic. He just needs to get a little more sharper. Clearly, he needs to get more fitter. I thought Cunha was amazing. I thought Dogu did well. And I think Mount did well for his role as well, keeping the passes quick and keeping it moving. I thought so. These three, four, five players I thought really did well. And hopefully the rest of the team will catch up in time, and the performances will get better and better as we go into the season. But if I'm being honest with you, I am very happy with that performance. We ended up losing, but at the end of the day, I think there's just way more positives to take out than negatives for the game. So with that in mind, we move forward and hope for the best. I think we are going to have a really good season this year based on that performance, and hopefully we continue that momentum. I think sky's the limit. I think we can do really well in the league. Hopefully we can get a goalkeeper or a center mid. If not, we go with what we've got and we go as far as we can go with it. Without further ado, that was my take. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.